if you have questions, to raise your hand. We'll get a wireless microphone to you. Coach will give us an opening statement, then we'll throw it open.
Yeah, sure thing. Trying to take a little bit of a step back and just think big picture about the opportunity our programs had the last two games, playing at Fog Allen and then playing here. Great experience for our players, great experience for everyone affiliated with our program. Obviously, would have liked to perform better today. I think Kentucky did a great job of making us uncomfortable from the very beginning. Offensively, we struggled to really get into a flow and run offense. 23 turnovers that led to 33 Kentucky points. Obviously, it's going to be hard to stay within reach when that happens. So I thought in the first half, our half-court defense was actually pretty good. They scored a lot in transition off our turnovers. In the second half, they scored in every way possible. So we'll learn from it, and hopefully, I know we'll be a lot better because of these last two experiences going forward.
Any questions? Ben?
Mike, you mentioned them kind of making you uncomfortable. What specifically did they do defensively to kind of force some of those turnovers?
Well, I think it starts at the point of attack. I mean, Butler and Oweh are terrific defensive guards, and obviously we've got a really special guard in Keno Lilly. And Keno was efficient, offensively, but I think their pressure at the point of their defense, and then obviously Williams at the back end, I think made it hard on us. They were trying to, take us out of running our pin down action, our zoom action. They denied a lot of handoffs. We got a couple back cuts early, but it wasn't enough to loosen them up. So I think it starts with those three guys, but I think their entire team and then their scheme defensively deserves a lot of credit.
You guys were at only down 12. So what was the message to you guys to try and come back out and capitalize on what was a relatively small deficit at the time?
Yeah, we thought and I think we had 14 first half turnovers, down 12 here. Not bad. And that's what I thought. I thought our half court defense was actually okay. They scored a lot off our turnovers in the first half. We had a couple bad gambles. Obviously, we press, most of the game, the entire game. I thought we risked a little bit too much too often in the first half that led to some points for them. So our message was like, hey, if we can take care of the ball and continue to guard in the half court, we can work ourselves back into the game. And then obviously the second half didn't start very well, and I called a quick timeout, and they were ready, Kentucky, to play. And it's impressive to watch what they've done in such a short amount of time with so many new players. How cohesive they are and how they share the ball. I mean, 18 assists for them against only 5 turnovers. It's super impressive to see.
Who else? Questions? Yep.
Mike, Kentucky shot from 36% from 3 tonight, 10 of 28. They had struggled from 3-point range in recent games, but obviously one of the calling cards for the team, the personnel is shooting from deep. So just curious, based on scouting film, how are you guys going to kind of approach that defensively tonight in terms of maybe, I don't know if there was any willingness to let them shoot a couple more just because of those recent struggles, or how do you just approach that on a defensive game plan?
Yeah, so I mean, when you have forwards, centers, whatever you want to call Williams and Garrison, who can pass the way they pass, you kind of have to pick your poison in some regards. So there were some shots we were willing to give up. They made a couple of them. Carr and Oweh specifically. Those guys are so good in so many ways. You got to kind of pick your poison in some ways. I think their offense is built to attack the paint, draw help, and then make the kick out. And defensively, we've actually been really good at not letting teams take threes this year. We're one of the better ones in the country. But we had to help more off dribble drives and post ups. We doubled the post a little bit early. Robinson hits the shot off the kick out. So we helped more on dribble drives, post ups, and cuts, and gave up some of those threes. So they probably missed some that they felt they could have made. And it's a hard team to guard.
Coach, I know it's still early in the season, but you mentioned you had a chance to play both 2 top 10 programs in Kansas and Kentucky. Any specific differences between the two that really stand out to you?
Rupp is bigger than Allen Fieldhouse. Yeah, I mean, it's just like growing up, the son of a coach, and loving this game from an early age. It's a blessing for me to be able to coach in those two venues, for our players to experience playing in these two venues. I think both teams are super experienced, really well coached. I think it all starts with how you're going to defend the post when you play Kansas. Here, I think a lot of it is how you're going to guard their constant movement and motion. So I think both teams have a chance to have really good years. And for our program specifically, we obviously hit a little bit of adversity in each game. And I think you respond best when you face adversity, and we'll respond as we go into Ivy League play.
Any other questions? Anyone else? Not, thanks very much, Coach.